What is going on, my lovely D.D.D fam? It is your boy Brennan, aka Drip from Team D.D, back with another video. In today's video, I have my undefeated Orcust Fiendsmith list. This deck is absolutely insane. I've been wanting to showcase my Orcust takes on like different iterations of the deck since the support drop. You know me, if you've been around for the channel for a while, you know I might not be the first one to get it out, but I try my best to be the best one to get it out. That's just how I do. If you don't know, I've been playing Orcust since Orcust's beginning in Soul Fusion back in 2018, 2019. It is one of my favorite decks of all time. It's one of my pet decks, per se, people call it. Galatea's Bay, bro. It just is. So ever since the announcement came out, like last year or whatever, you already know I was in the labs cooking. Right now for this format, I think this iteration with the Fiendsmith is the best iteration. It is better than the Mitsurugi, my personal opinion. It is more consistent for me and my playstyle. This video will be a little bit longer because I'm going to go in complete depth on everything that I can think of at the time for my explanations on everything, whether it being breaking down interactions, breaking down cards, what I think, and everything like that. There's going to be some things in this list that a lot of y'all are going to like, but there's going to be some things in this list that y'all probably are not going to like. That's just how Yu-Gi-Oh goes. But this is what fits my playstyle, and this is what I like right now for at least 1.0 iteration of the deck. And it obviously worked out. I went undefeated. 4 rounds. Playing against meta decks too, so. But yeah, before we get in this video, if you don't mind, guys, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not already. Bell notifications so you never miss an upload. And check the description for all the ways to support me. My Patreon, my Discord, my affiliate links. Everything down there as well. So I appreciate if you go and check it out. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video. I played round 1. I played the mirror, even though he was playing kind of the he was playing a more POW deck version of it. That one went to time, and then round 2 we ended up tying. Round 2 I played against a rogue deck or a fun deck. It was Fiendsmith Dark World, pretty interesting. Round 3 I played against Branded. Round 4 I played against Mitsu Raizu. But I've been playtesting this iteration of the deck online for weeks and weeks and weeks to get different, get multiple hours in it before I took it to locals anyways, and I had a lot of success with it. So my ratios are pretty standard for what a lot of people's are, I think. On the Orcust engine, 3 Girsu, 3 Harp. I'm trying a different filming method on my phone, so hopefully it doesn't blur out on me. I apologize if it does. 3, 2, 1, and 1. I was running 3, but it's just the worst of the normal summons, and you already, in theory, just for the Orcust engine, have what, 8 normal summons. So it's plenty fine. I feel like if you're having to normal summon this, unless you have Harp or something else in hand, and you're kind of playing from behind anyway, so you got to play catch up. So like it's the worst of the normal summons. I still play these two, even though I saw some people cut them. This allows you to be able to get an extra +1 while playing around Fualos, because if you don't want to go this, you could just go this and then summon send this and then this, summon one of these. So you can still end on combo without giving them an additional draw. Yes, they'll still potentially draw if you keep playing into it, but it doesn't really matter, because if you go full combo and like they don't nib you, even if they nib you, you're fine as long as you got your graveyard set up. But if they don't nib you and you go full combo, just take on the Fualos challenge, bro. Every time I've taken on the Fualos challenge, I have not lost. If I remember correctly, I have not lost. So it doesn't really matter, because if you get full combo, your end board is insane. You end with Crescendo, Babel, Caesar, Link 4, Dingirsu, and Graveyard, plus hand traps. So it's absolutely disgusting. But I still like these two because they help everything flow better and recycle better. That's just me and my playstyle, how I like it, because you'll see there's some things in the extra deck that I run that a lot of people don't run that I like, because it comes up, and it actually came up several times. Everything in my extra deck I summoned at least once last night in IRL, which it is really good. Oh yeah, sorry, the honor rare is World Crown. cards cracked. There's a line, if you don't know, it's another reason why these two are important. There's a line where you can summon this on your opponent's turn, because you just go, if you have this in graveyard, when you recycle your harp, you go harp, summon Girsu, because at this point you've already set up Skelly to be able to use Skelly to bring back Ding, so you don't need to worry about sending another Skelly. So you just go send this. You don't want to automatically send this because you want to play around Bestials and bait the Bestials / D.D. Crow or whatever. So you send this, and then whenever you feel like they're going to Bestial you, or you just have an open game state, you could effect buff something, send this, and then summon this from hand. And when you search this before, because like when you're doing all these other chains, you're summoning Galatea I to discard like a card you add back off the link 4, whether it's a harp, to pitch to add the crown from graveyard or deck to hand. And then you just do what the rest of the way that I said. You send this banish target, send wand. People forget wand has a graveyard effect. It can summon a world legacy from hand. So you can summon the crown on your opponent's turn, which gives you an additional negate that comes up a lot. Definitely in the Fiendsmith matchups, because if you can set this up before your opponent gets the Requiem, you just summon this, and when they go Requiem, and if you have Ash or something, you don't have to waste the Ash on the Requiem. You just tribute this and negate the Requiem, which is really good. Comes up in the Mitsu Ryziel matchup too. Definitely if they don't go like Duo Drive, or they don't go Detonator first and they just go Imps, they go Imps first, you could see them going Imps, and you just summon this and just negate the Imps. So even if they have the wishes, it doesn't really matter, because I'm not targeting your stuff, so you're forced to use your wishes just to get to your additional +1, because you're losing the body. I mean, you're gonna lose the body anyways because it negates and destroys. Then one Crescendo, one Babel, one Return. Every single one of these are recycled now that we have access to the link 4, even if they get banished. So you don't need more than one. You really don't. I really like all these. The only one that's kind of iffy for me is Return card. Like, it's good when it's good, but I feel like it's bad when it's bad too. So there were times where I was thinking about running Prosp in this slot, because it helps you dig, even though the extra deck is tight as shit. Then for the Fiendsmith package, 3 Engraver. You need 3. I know I've seen some people running 1 of this. I don't understand why you want to minimize your starters and play more hand traps, because we already play 15 to 16 non-engine. That's more than enough. And we play 16 engine. So we play 16 1.1 card to 1.5 card starters / extenders that also play a role of extenders while being starters. So you want to maximize your consistency more than your utility, because at the end of the day, Orcust can crack through boards anyways. That's another reason why when we get to the extra deck, you're going to understand a little bit what I'm talking about. Orcust breaks boards naturally, so I cut a lot of the generic stuff, because playtesting this deck and this iteration of the deck, I found the roles that each engine takes is the Orcust engine is your win con. You break the board with Orcust, you kill with Fiendsmith. Yes, you can also kind of break boards with Engraver and stuff like that, but the Fiendsmith engine is how you kill. As you can kill with Orcust too, don't get it wrong, you can. It's just being able to make like a 7 grand freaking Desiree is pretty insane. So you kill with your Fiendsmith, but you break the board with Orcust. So inherently, what's the number one reason when we get to when you in your extra deck do you, besides engine cards, do you run? You run generic cards that do what? Help you kill and help you break boards. Well, the luxury that Orcust has is you don't have to worry about that, because you get a 2-for-1, a 2-for, son. You get a 2-for, dog. Your Orcust cards break boards and its utility at the same time, and its engine pieces, so it doesn't matter. Then I'm running 1 Lacrima, 1 Lurie, and then this is where it's going to get a little crazy. I'm running 2 Track because this is a starter, and then the 1 Trap. The 2 Track actually comes up, because even if you're not adding a Lurie, pitching a Lurie, and you don't have a true normal summon, every now and then, if you were to like brick on Nightmare, using Track to add Lacrima to pitch Nightmare comes up frequently, or something. It just comes up to get a free pitch out of hand. So Also, opening this makes it to where you don't have to play into Droll. Normally, our deck doesn't give a shit about Droll. It's just kind of awkward when you open Engraver and you open Gearsu at the same time, because you have to prioritize what you want to do. Because normally, like when you go normal summon this, send Harp, and then you give token, link the token off into Galatea Eye. Normally, if you already went Engraver and you got Drolled, you can't use Galatea Eye because you won't have nothing in graveyard. Unless you just wasted a Gearsu send and you ended up sending like the World Crown that way. But it's kind of silly. So you got to prioritize what you want to do. So opening this sometimes is better than opening this because it plays around Droll better, in some fashion. But either way, like you just got to prioritize your lines, honestly. But I love the second tract, I really do, because it can help get Orcust names out of hand if you need to. Non-engine, big portion. 3 Fualos, 3 Ash, 3 Droll, 3 MVP, Ghost Bell. This card's nuts. This card's cracked. I found myself actually siding this out a fair amount, but I still don't want to be caught in the streets without it. This card's absolutely nuts, and it's still imperm at the end of the day. But I sided it out a fair amount in the matchups that I was playing against because I just felt like it wasn't going to do nothing. And then that's basically it for the non-engine. 3, 6, 9, damn, you're fine. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 15 hand-trapped version of non-engine. And then the last 3 generic cards of the main deck are 1 sack buy, 1 talent, 1 card starter. Foolish. These cards were pretty good. Talent was nasty. I never seen call by, so I wouldn't know. I paid all the money for the beautiful German QCR just to not draw it. Foolish was good. I drew it several times. It worked out. There's nothing at all that I would change about this main deck at all, besides probably maybe non-engine. The only thing I would like to play is potentially Perulias. I just don't own them. Because I think, like, right now, main decking, if you can, 5 Charmies in the form of 3. I would play 3 Fua, 3 Fua and 2 Perulia, and inside the 3rd Perulia. That's what I would like to do, but I just don't own Perulias. I find it really stupid that, in theory, in my opinion, Flawless is the better one, but it got a rarity treatment, but not Perulia. It's really stupid. But I went for the extra deck. The extra deck, again, this is where a lot of people are not going to understand. Definitely if you've seen other lists and stuff. I prioritized engine over generic shit. So, because, like I said before, and if you played Orcust for a while, Orcust breaks board naturally. So why would you play extra generic stuff when you don't need to? That makes no sense. 1 Galatea Eye. I find myself sometimes wanting a second copy of this. There's just no room at all. Because if this gets judgmented or something, or the summon gets negated itself, like, it really truly sucks. The banish part doesn't care. I don't care that much about it because we can get it back in rotation. It's not the problem. It's the fact that if the summon itself gets negated, and then we have to find a way to banish it from graveyard and then shuffle it back or whatever the case may be. So it just gets really awkward. But 2 Galatea, regular Galatea, baby girl. Let me see you do your dance. Let me see you twirl. She's still MVP. You crutch on her. She's very good. Obviously, it's self-explanatory. It's been that way forever. That's it for the Orcust links, besides the link 4, obviously. I got y'all. Y'all worried. I'm just doing the link 2s. I'm going in order from 1 all the way up to 4 for the links. Little Knight, I am not running IP. That's one of the generic cards that I cut, because the only time you can make IP turn 1 is if you resolve Gearsu and you potentially open well, first you have to resolve Gearsu and you have to go fully almost uninterrupted, but you also potentially have to open either Crown or Babel in order to get to it without having to sacrifice any other like utility cards for your combo. So it never really came up for me. So I just took it out and added more consistency engine pieces, which you'll see here in a second when we get to the higher links. 1 Moon, self-explanatory. Even though I said I was doing this in order. Another Link 1, even though I'm not doing it in order apparently. 1 Requiem, obvious. 1 Sequence, and 1 potential MVP. Agnaday is absolutely disgusting. If you feel like your opponent's on Nib and you are not Dark Locked yet, using Sequence to bring out Desiree and then linking this off into Agnaday, while if you did not shuffle back your Lacrima, is really good to make it, because like you keep Lacrima in graveyard, you don't shuffle it back to make Desiree. So what you do is you make Agnaday by keeping your Desiree in graveyard with your Lacrima, and then what you do then is you just go full Orcust combo, because even if they nib you, like if you're playing around Dark Ruler, Droplets, or Nib, you go this line. You summon Agnaday after you make Desiree, and then you go full Orcust combo, and then end with this in graveyard when you do, and you feel like it's safe enough. Granted, yes, it plays into Bestials, it plays into Crow and all that, but you can only play around so much. But if you feel like your opponent doesn't have those, because they would have already hit your Orcust cards, then you're fine. So, because you could just summon this back when your opponent's turn. A lot of you all already know this, but I'm just saying it just in case you don't. You can summon this back when your opponent's turn with Lacrima, and then use this effect as a quick effect to attach summon back the Desiree and equip itself to it. Granted, it won't be untargetable because you won't have the Sequence attached to it, but either way, it plays around Dark Ruler, Droplets, and all that while still being able to have an additional negate. It's pretty good, and it just Agnaday helps you kill anyways, because it tags out during the battle phase. Instead of IP, I'm playing a controversial card that it has the community split that a lot of people either love or they don't love, but I actually love it because I like to build my decks to play past turn 2 if I can. I have the ability to play past turn 2, and that is Long Girsu. The IP never came up as where this won me a game last night. It won me my game 1, round 1. I was playing the mirror, and my opponent was not running long, and I think partially the reason why he lost because he wasn't running long, because long helped me not only clear his board and clear his Galatea and his stuff, it also got my stuff back in rotation, which was huge. And then I just proceeded to link this off into the Link 4 and steal his stuff too. So like, it comes up, and sometimes in some awkward scenarios, if the second Galatea doesn't come up, because you end up burning, if you go full combo, like to get Ding, to be able to get Ding in graveyard, you have to burn your second Galatea turn 1. So you need something else to be able to shuffle your stuff back, and the Long Girsu actually comes up. Some people may consider that win more, and it's really not, because, for an example, I was playing against a branded player, and I was timing my interactions perfectly because I used to play branded, so I know where to hit for the most part. He almost played through every single one of my interruptions, mainly because I played through Flua. I let him draw like 12 cards, but still, and the Ding Girsu came up too, because I ended with Ding Girsu and Grave, Caesar, Link 4, Crescendo, Babel, and Lacrima and Graveyard to summon back to be able to send the Fiendsmith trap. So I had a lot of interaction. He almost played through it. And then the Link 4, his card is absolutely disgusting. Like, it just pick your day, which one you think's better, this or the Link 1. Like, I don't know, man. This is, the support is gas, and I love it so much. This card's gross. One Necro Quip, not Promethean Princess, Jesus Christ, for the fusions, and then 1 Desiree, obviously. I'm glad I kept the Caesar package in. It saved my ass a lot. There for a while, I did cut it. Speaking of Caesar, 1 Caesar, 1 Ding. These cards are self-explanatory. You don't need more than 1 Ding anymore. With all the other ways to recycle now, with the Link 4 and stuff, you have plenty of ways to recycle. And there's some scenarios to where, like, I will banish the Ding from graveyard to get it back in rotation. Like, I would banish it with Galatea Eye and then summon Ding back with the Wand. It's another reason why Wand is important, because it just keeps everything flowing. And summon Ding that way, and then either attach or send or go that way. It's like all your links, your new links help everything flow that much better, which is absolutely insane. So I don't understand why people want to cut down on consistency with Engine, because definitely with a deck that can break boards and win games with Engine, that I think just a lot of people get too blinded by the non-engine trend or whatever. And then the sleeper MVP is Chaos Angel, because we run lights and we run darks, and we have a plethora of ways to make this. And since it's a dark, even after we're dark locked, it doesn't matter, we can make it. And if you can make this with light and dark after you broke their board in a simplified game state, you just win. I have never made this and lost. Never. I've never made this and lost. Every time I've made it, I won. Because I broke through their board, I slowed them down, I put them on top deck game state, and I made a Chaos Angel that is unaffected and can't be destroyed by battle. But yeah, it's diabolical. And making it to where all your other stuff can't be destroyed by battle is gross too. It makes it to where you don't have to play like if they try to attack over your SP, that you don't have to worry about it or whatever. It's really gross. Really, really good. Now for the side deck. Side deck is where I would like to change some stuff potentially, but it's what I got to work with right now. 3 Nib, 3 Lancia, 3 Sleeper, Crow. This card is disgusting. Helped me win the mirror. And also, it's mainly in here for Mitsu, so that when they try to add back prayers or add back the ritual spell, you just stop them. 3 Forbidden Orcust Droplet. Yeah, this card is really good. I never saw it, but ideally it's really good to stop the turn off the Ame, turn off Detonator, turn off Desiree, turn off Caesar, turn off anything that's problematic right now. 1 Cross-out Designator, because in theory, majority of this hits our deck too. But if you're anything like me, you'll side cross-out in, but always draw the Lancia. So that's what we do. We just draw the Lancia. It's very annoying. But if I were to change anything about this, it would be the addition of Perulias, but I don't own Perulias. So, but then again, I already said I'd probably main deck Perulias. Side deck wise, I feel like this is good. The only thing I kind of wish I had was some kind of back row removal, like Duster or something, just because it's Copium, and I'm always terrified I want to play against a annoying stun player or something. But that's actually it for the video, guys. I went undefeated with this list, and I've made it all the way up past Master on Omega, if you play Omega with it. This list is very, very good, very, very solid. You have 16, I think it's either 16 or 17 one-card starters with 15 to 16 true non-engine, plus other utility cards that round off the 40-card deck. You can't really ask more for that, and definitely since your starters are one-card starters, and they can also be extenders, like I said before too, so I don't know what else you can really ask for. But like I said, everything in the extra deck I've summoned at least once and came up at least once, and I didn't miss anything else. I never missed IP, never missed Boral Sword, never missed anything like that to help push for game, because I just utilized my extra deck to help me get the win. The mirror match game went to time, because obviously both of our combos take a while. So it just what happens. But yeah, either way, I love this list. Like I said, outside of the non-engine and potentially the side deck, I don't really know what else I would change. Main deck, in my opinion, engine-wise, is perfect the way I want it, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. And I recommend you guys to give this list a try, at least the engine-wise. You can swap out and non-engine to whatever you see fit. But I actually did not. Another thing I want to say too is I did not miss Dominus Impulse. I know a lot of people are gravitating to the Mitsurugi version because Mitsurugi is the new shiny toy in the room compared to Fiendsmith, and to the fact that they are able to play Impulse. But like, I feel like whatever Impulse does, Bell can do too. Yes, there's more coverage with Impulse, but I don't know. I'd feel like your non-engine or whatever they're resolving that your Bell can't stop the Impulse would, you can just break through with your engine, because I feel like Impulse is probably the best one-for-one trade hand trap right now in my personal opinion, but it's not impactful enough to where it would make me want to not play the Fiendsmith engine. But yeah, that's another thing I wanted to cover. If you like this kind of content, please hit the like button, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and I love you guys so much for it. Be on the lookout for more Orcust content coming. If you want to pick my brain more on Orcust or any deck that for that matter, feel free to check out my Patreon. Patreon members, I love you guys, and I'm thankful for every single one of you, and for the additional support that you give me. It gives me all the energy in the world to keep making videos, and I love you guys for all of the support. But it's your boy Brendan, aka Drip from Team D.D.D. Signing out till next time. Peace. Good doing, my guys. Love you.